Imagine selling pure water under the burning Lagos sun. Only for one bottle to drag you into the life of a billionaire who would beg you to become his wife.
Pure water. Cold pure water. Pure water.
Chioma Okafor never imagined that a normal afternoon outside Victoria Island Conference Center would change her life forever. She was 24, tired, hungry, and carrying a blue plastic bowl filled with sachets of cold pure water on her head. To everyone rushing past in suits and polished shoes, she was invisible. Just another poor girl shouting, "Pure water. Cold pure water." Beside traffic. Inside the conference center, Chief Damilare Cole, one of the richest young businessmen in Lagos, was launching a new real estate partnership. Cameras flashed. Journalists smiled. Politicians shook his hand. But behind the polished smile, trouble was waiting.
You stole everything from me! You lied to everyone!
A woman suddenly stormed into the hall, screaming that Damilare had abandoned her and stolen her family's land. Phones came out immediately. Reporters rushed forward like hungry vultures. In seconds, the billionaire's reputation began to collapse in public.
Wait! This paper is fake!
Outside, Chioma heard the noise. She pushed through the crowd, not because she knew him, but because she saw something no one else noticed. The woman shouting had dropped a brown envelope, and inside it were forged documents with different signatures. Chioma picked it up. That small action changed everything. Before security could drag the woman away, Chioma shouted, "Wait. This paper is fake." The entire hall turned. Damilare looked at the poor pure water seller standing barefoot near the doorway, holding evidence that could save his name. And for the first time that day, the most powerful man in the room was helpless, while the poorest girl held the truth in her hands. The room fell silent as Chioma walked forward, her slippers dusty, her dress faded, and her hands shaking. She could feel the eyes of rich people burning into her skin. Some looked disgusted. Others looked amused. To them, she did not belong there. She smelled of sun, sweat, and street hustle. But Chioma was not foolish. Poverty had trained her eyes. When you sell on Lagos roads, you learn to read people quickly. You learn who is lying, who is dangerous, and who is pretending. The woman accusing Damilare was acting too loudly, too perfectly, like someone paid to create a scene. "This signature is different from the one on the first page," Chioma said, lifting the document. "And the stamp is wrong. My late father used to work in a land registry office. I know this seal." A murmur spread across the hall. Damilare's lawyer rushed forward, snatched the papers, and examined them. His face changed instantly. The journalists moved closer. The angry woman tried to grab the envelope back, but security stopped her. Within minutes, the truth began to unfold. The woman had been paid by someone to ruin Damilare's business launch. The forged papers were part of a setup. Chioma had exposed it before the scandal could become national news. Damilare stared at her, stunned. He had been surrounded by lawyers, advisors, guards, and powerful men, yet none of them had saved him. A poor girl selling water outside had done what his entire team failed to do. After the crowd scattered, he approached her quietly. "What is your name?" he asked. "Chioma," she replied. He looked at the empty bowl on her head and the torn edge of her dress. "Chioma," he said, "you just saved my life." She laughed bitterly. "No, sir. I only saved your name. Life is what people like me are still trying to survive." That evening, Chioma returned to the one-room apartment she shared with her sick mother in Ayagam. The room was hot, the ceiling fan was dead, and rainwater had stained the wall near the window. Her mother, Mama Chioma, lay on a thin mattress, coughing softly. Chioma counted the day's money. It was not enough for food and medicine together. Again, she had to choose. Food could wait. Her mother's medicine could not. She was about to step out when a black SUV stopped in front of the compound. Children gathered. Neighbors peeped from their windows. Nobody like that visited their street unless someone had died or someone was about to be arrested. A man in a suit stepped down. "Miss Chioma Okafor?" Chioma froze. The man handed her a card. Mr. Damilare Cole would like to see you tomorrow morning. Her neighbors began whispering immediately. Chioma don't enter money. Maybe he wants to reward her. Or maybe rich people want to silence her. Chioma did not sleep that night. The next morning, she arrived at Damilare's office wearing her best dress, though best only meant the one without a tear. His office overlooked Lagos Lagoon, with glass walls, cold air, and chairs that looked more expensive than her entire room. Damilare did not waste time. "I need your help again," he said. Chioma blinked. "Sir?" "My family believes I am irresponsible because I refused to marry the woman they chose for me. My investors are nervous because of yesterday's scandal. I need stability. I need respectability. I need a wife." Chioma nearly laughed. "Congratulations, sir. But why are you telling me?" He leaned forward. "Because I want you to pretend to be my wife for 6 months." The room went quiet. Then he added the sentence that made her heart stop. "I will pay you 50 million naira." Chioma stared at him as if he had spoken another language. 50 million naira. The amount sounded unreal, like something people mentioned in movies, politics, or fraud cases. Not something offered to a girl who sold pure water under the sun. "Sir, please don't joke with poverty," she said quietly. Damilare's face softened. "I'm not joking." He explained everything. The arrangement would be legal on paper but temporary. They would attend public events together, live in the same house, and convince his family, investors, and enemies that he had settled down. After 6 months, they would separate peacefully. She would receive the money in stages, plus medical care for her mother. Chioma stood up immediately. "No." Damilare looked surprised. "You haven't even considered it." "I have considered it. I am poor, not stupid." He leaned back. Chioma continued, "Rich people always think poor people can be rented. You think because I sell pure water, I can sell my name too?" For the first time, Damilare had no answer. She picked up her bag and walked toward the door. But just before she left, his assistant entered with a tablet. On the screen was a video already spreading online, Chioma shouting in the conference hall, saving Damilare. The caption read, "Billionaire saved by mysterious street girl." Chioma's stomach tightened. Her face was everywhere. By the time she got home, neighbors had gathered. Some praised her. Some mocked her. Some said she had started dating a rich man. Others said she was now too proud for the street. That night, her mother's coughing worsened. Chioma rushed her to a clinic, but the doctor's words broke her spirit. "She needs proper treatment quickly. This is no longer ordinary sickness." Chioma sat outside the clinic and cried silently. For the first time, 50 million naira did not sound like temptation. It sounded like rescue. Chioma returned to Damilare's office 2 days later. This time, she did not come with anger. She came with conditions. "My mother gets treatment first," she said. Damilare nodded. "I will not sleep with you." "Agreed." "You will not treat me like property." "Agreed." "If your family insults me, you will defend me." He paused for half a second, then said, "Agreed." Chioma looked him straight in the eyes. "And after 6 months, I disappear with my money." "No drama." Damilare signed the contract. So did she? But as her pen touched the paper, Chioma felt something strange. Not excitement. Not joy. Fear. The kind of fear that whispers, "You have entered a road you don't understand." Within 1 week, her life changed violently. Her mother was moved to a private hospital. Chioma was taken to a luxury boutique in Lekki, where women measured her body and spoke about her like she was fabric. Her hair was washed, braided, styled. Her nails were fixed. Her skin was polished. When she looked in the mirror, she almost did not recognize herself. The poor pure water seller was still there, but hidden beneath silk, makeup, and gold earrings. Damilare entered the dressing room and stopped. For a moment, he simply stared. Chioma felt uncomfortable. "What?" He cleared his throat. "Nothing. You look presentable." She rolled her eyes. "Rich people and bad compliments." He smiled for the first time. That evening, Damilare announced their engagement online. The internet exploded. Bloggers called her the Cinderella of Lagos. Others called her a gold digger. Some said she trapped him. Some said he rescued her. But in one mansion in Ikoyi, Damilare's mother watched the announcement with cold eyes. And beside her, another woman whispered, "That street girl will never take my place." Her name was Vanessa Balogun. She was beautiful in the polished way rich families loved. Light-skinned, elegant, educated in London, always smelling expensive, always smiling like someone who had already won. For 3 years, Damilare's mother had expected him to marry her. Vanessa did not shout when she saw the engagement news. She simply removed her diamond earrings, placed them on the table, and smiled. "A pure water seller?" she said softly. "Damilare has finally lost his mind." Mrs. Cole, Damilare's mother, was furious. To her, marriage was not about love. It was about class, bloodline, business, and family reputation. Chioma was not just poor. She was unknown. And unknown people were dangerous. The next evening, Chioma was taken to the Cole family mansion for dinner. The house looked like a palace. Marble floors. Tall pillars. Chandeliers like frozen rain. Chioma held her breath as she entered. Mrs. Cole looked at her from head to toe. "So this is the girl." Damilare's jaw tightened. "Mother, this is Chioma. I heard she sells water." Chioma smiled politely. "Yes, Ma. Cold one. Very refreshing." Damilare almost laughed but controlled himself. Vanessa was also there, sitting gracefully beside the dining table as if she belonged there more than everyone else. "How inspiring," Vanessa said. "From traffic to table." Chioma felt the insult, but she swallowed it. Dinner was a battlefield disguised with silver spoons. Every question was a trap. What school did she attend? Who were her parents? What business did her family own? Which country had she visited? Chioma answered honestly, even when honesty embarrassed her. At the end of the dinner, Mrs. Cole leaned back and said, "My son is generous. But generosity is not the same as love." Chioma looked at Damilare. For a brief second, she wondered if the old woman knew the truth. Chioma moved into Damilare's mansion 3 days after the engagement. The room given to her was bigger than her entire former apartment. The bed was soft, the bathroom smelled like flowers, and the wardrobe was filled with clothes she did not choose. Yet she could not sleep. Everything was too quiet. In Aigunl, night had sound, generators coughing, neighbors arguing, children crying, women frying akara, men laughing outside beer parlors. Here, silence sat on the walls like a rich man's warning. Damilare gave her rules. No talking to the press alone. No going out without security. No discussing the contract. No visiting Aigunl without informing him. No emotional attachment. Chioma laughed at the last one. "Trust me, sir. That one will not be difficult." But it became difficult. Not because she loved him. Not yet. But because Damilare was not what she expected. He was not cruel. He was not loud. He worked late, ate alone, and sometimes stood on the balcony looking at the city like a man surrounded by everything except peace. One night, Chioma found him in the kitchen trying to make tea. "You don't know how to boil water?" she asked. "I know how to acquire companies." "But kettle defeated you?" He looked embarrassed. Chioma took the kettle from him. "Move. Billionaire without basic survival skills." For the first time, they laughed together freely. It was small. Too small to matter. But dangerous things often begin small. Outside the mansion gate, a photographer hidden inside a parked car captured them through the kitchen window. By morning, the picture was online. Headline: Billionaire Damilare Cole deeply in love with street wife. Vanessa saw it. And her smile disappeared. Their first public event as an engaged couple was a charity gala in Lagos. Chioma wore a deep emerald gown that made bloggers scream online before she even arrived. Damilare wore a black suit and stood beside her like a man trying not to notice how beautiful she looked. The cameras loved them. "Chioma. Look here. Damilare, kiss your bride. Is it true she saved your life?" Chioma wanted to vanish, but Damilare gently placed his hand on her back. "Breathe," he whispered. "I am breathing." "No, you are fighting oxygen." She nearly laughed. Inside the hall, the rich smiled with their teeth and insulted with their eyes. Chioma heard whispers everywhere. "Is that the girl? She cleaned up well. Money can transform anybody. She won jackpot." During dinner, one man asked loudly, "Chioma, how does it feel moving from selling pure water to drinking champagne?" The table went quiet. Chioma looked at the glass before her, then smiled. "Honestly, sir, pure water has saved more lives than champagne." A few people laughed. Damilare smiled with pride. The man's face hardened. But Vanessa, who was watching from across the hall, noticed something disturbing. Damilare was not pretending in that moment. He looked genuinely impressed. Later that night, Chioma stepped outside to escape the noise. Vanessa followed her. "You are enjoying this little performance," Vanessa said. Chioma turned. "Good evening to you too." Vanessa stepped closer. "You may fool the bloggers. You may fool his fans. But you cannot fool me. Damilare does not love girls like you." Chioma's chest tightened. Vanessa smiled coldly. "And before 6 months end, I will make sure you return to where he found you." Chioma did not tell Damilare about Vanessa's threat. She told herself it did not matter. Rich women always threaten poor women with class. It was nothing new. But that night, she could not sleep. Vanessa's words had opened a wound Chioma tried to bury. "Girls like you." Chioma was not ashamed of poverty. She was ashamed of the mystery surrounding her father's death. Her father, Samuel Okafor, had worked in a land registry office before he died suddenly when Chioma was 16. People said he stole documents. Others said he accepted bribes. After his death, her family was disgraced. Her mother fell sick. Chioma dropped out of school. But Chioma never believed her father was guilty. He had been too honest? Too stubborn? Too poor to be a successful thief? The next morning, Damilare found Chioma sitting in the garden, staring at nothing. "You look like someone carrying a court case in her head," he said. "My father was accused of something he didn't do," she replied before she could stop herself. Damilare sat beside her. For reasons she did not understand, Chioma told him everything. The land registry. The missing files. The disgrace. The sickness. The way neighbors stopped greeting them. Damilare listened without interrupting. When she finished, he asked, "What was your father's full name?" "Samuel Chukwudi Okafor." Damilare froze. It was quick, but Chioma saw it. "You know that name?" she asked. He looked away. "No." But his voice had changed. And for the first time since signing the contract, Chioma wondered if Damilare Cole had not entered her life by accident. Maybe their families were already connected. Maybe the secret that destroyed her father was hiding inside his mansion. Damilare avoided Chioma for the rest of the day. He buried himself in meetings, ignored dinner, and returned home late. Chioma noticed because poverty had made her sensitive to changes in people. When survival depends on reading moods, silence becomes loud. At midnight, she found him in his study, staring at an old file. He quickly closed it. "What are you hiding?" she asked. "Nothing." Chioma laughed sadly. Rich people lie with confidence. Damilare stood. "Chioma, not everything concerns you. My father's name concerned you this morning." His face hardened. "That was your imagination." She stepped closer. "No. That was fear." For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then Damilare said quietly, "Be careful digging into old things. Some truths don't heal people. They destroy them." Chioma felt cold. "So there is truth to dig." He looked tired, almost broken. "Go to bed." But Chioma did not move. "You hired me to pretend to be your wife," she said. "Not to be blind." Damilare's eyes softened, but he said nothing. That night, Chioma made a decision. She would play the fake wife. She would smile for cameras. She would attend dinners. She would protect her mother and collect her money. But she would also investigate the truth about her father. Unknown to her, Vanessa had already started her own investigation. And by morning, a private detective delivered shocking information to Vanessa's house. Chioma Okafor was not just a poor pure water seller. Her father had once held documents connected to the biggest land fraud case in Lagos history. And one of the names buried inside that case was Cole. Damilare Cole. Vanessa sat quietly in her luxury apartment as the private investigator placed a thick brown envelope on the table. The man looked nervous, which immediately caught her attention. He had investigated politicians, celebrities, and businessmen before, yet this file seemed to unsettle him. "What is it?" Vanessa asked. The investigator adjusted his glasses. Chioma's father wasn't just an ordinary registry worker. He was preparing to expose a land fraud network before he died. Vanessa's eyes narrowed. The investigator opened several documents. According to these records, Samuel Okafor discovered that hundreds of plots had been transferred illegally using forged signatures. The fraud involved powerful people. Some names were removed before official investigations could begin. Vanessa flipped through the pages carefully. Then she saw it. Cole Holdings. Her heart skipped. Not Damilare directly, but the company owned by his father. Vanessa leaned back slowly. For the first time, she realized Chioma was more dangerous than anyone suspected. If the truth surfaced, it could destroy the Cole family name forever. A slow smile appeared on her face. This information could also destroy Chioma. And Vanessa intended to use it. Meanwhile, Chioma sat beside her mother's hospital bed. The older woman looked stronger than before, thanks to proper treatment, but something troubled her. Mama Chioma kept staring toward the window. "Why are you looking like that?" Chioma asked. Her mother hesitated. "Because some secrets don't stay buried forever." Chioma immediately became alert. "What secrets?" The older woman sighed heavily. "Your father knew he was in danger before he died." Chioma froze. Her mother continued. "He came home one night carrying files. He said powerful people were stealing land from poor families. He wanted to expose them." Chioma's hands trembled. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because I was afraid." The old woman looked away. "Your father received threats. Strange men followed him. Our house was watched." The room suddenly felt smaller. "Then his death wasn't an accident?" Tears filled her mother's eyes. "I don't know." For years, Chioma had accepted the official story that her father died in a car accident. Now doubt entered her heart. And doubt is dangerous. Because once it enters, it demands answers. That night, Chioma left the hospital with one goal. She would uncover the truth. No matter who stood in her way. The next morning, Chioma secretly visited the old registry office where her father once worked. The building looked abandoned. Dust covered old files. Broken cabinets lined the walls. Most employees who knew her father had either retired or moved away. Just as she was about to leave, an elderly security guard stopped her. "You are Samuel's daughter, aren't you?" Chioma's heart jumped. The old man nodded slowly. "You have his eyes." He introduced himself as Mr. Adewale. For nearly an hour, they talked. Then he revealed something shocking. "There was another man who worked with your father. What happened to him?" "He disappeared." Chioma frowned. "Disappeared?" The old man nodded. "After your father's death, he resigned suddenly and left Lagos." "Do you know where he went?" The guard hesitated. Then he scribbled a name on a piece of paper. Musa Ibrahim. Benin City. Chioma stared at the paper. For the first time, she had a real lead. She had no idea that a black SUV parked across the street had been watching her the entire time. And the person inside immediately called Vanessa. Damilare was surprised when Chioma requested permission to travel. "Benin?" he asked. "Just for a day." "What business do you have there?" Chioma forced a smile. "Personal." Damilare knew she was hiding something. But he also knew forcing answers would only push her away. I'll send security. No. Chioma. No. They stared at each other. Finally, Damilare sighed. You are the most stubborn woman I have ever met. Chioma smiled. My mother says it's my greatest gift. Despite his concern, he agreed. As Chioma left his office, Damilare opened a drawer and removed an old photograph. The picture showed his father standing beside several businessmen. One of them was Samuel Okafor. Damilare closed his eyes. The truth was getting closer. And when Chioma found it, she might never forgive him. The overnight bus journey was exhausting. By dawn, Chioma arrived in Benin City. Finding Musa Ibrahim proved difficult. Years had passed. People moved. Addresses changed. Records disappeared. After hours of searching, she finally located a small tailoring shop. An elderly man sat outside. His face immediately changed when he heard Samuel Okafor's name. You are his daughter? Yes. The old man looked around nervously. Come inside. Once the door was closed, Musa lowered his voice. Your father was killed. The word struck Chioma like thunder. What? He wasn't supposed to die that night. Chioma's breathing became shallow. Musa continued. He collected evidence against powerful men. Who? Musa shook his head. I never saw all the names. But I know one thing. What? The orders came from people with influence. Chioma felt sick. Everything she believed about her father's death was collapsing. Then Musa said something even worse. They are still protecting the secret today. Back in Lagos, Damilare couldn't focus. Every meeting felt pointless. Every conversation felt empty. His mind kept returning to Chioma. He remembered her laugh. Her stubbornness. The way she challenged everyone without fear. The way she treated cleaners and executives exactly the same. It irritated him. And attracted him. Neither made sense. This was supposed to be a business arrangement. Nothing more. Yet whenever Chioma wasn't around, the mansion felt strangely empty. That realization frightened him. Because emotional attachment was never part of the plan. Not for him. Not for her. And certainly not for two people connected by secrets powerful enough to destroy them both. 3 days later, disaster struck. A major blog published an explosive headline. Billionaire's fiancé investigating family fraud case. The article included photographs of Chioma visiting the registry office. Photographs from Benin City. Even pictures of Musa's tailoring shop. Damilare was furious. Who leaked this? His PR team panicked. Investors began asking questions. Reporters flooded his office. Meanwhile, Mrs. Cole exploded with anger. You brought this girl into our lives and now she's digging through old scandals. Damilare slammed his hand on the table. Enough. Mrs. Cole stared at him. For years, her son rarely challenged her. Now he was defending Chioma. She noticed. And she hated it. Vanessa watched the chaos unfold with satisfaction. Everything was going according to plan. Or so she thought. But she made one mistake. She underestimated Chioma. While reviewing social media comments, Chioma noticed something unusual. The leaked photos appeared first on an account connected to Vanessa's PR company. The connection was small. Almost invisible. But it was there. Chioma immediately understood. Vanessa had been watching her. Following her. Tracking her movements. For the first time, Chioma became angry. Not hurt. Not afraid. Angry. And angry people stopped playing defense. Late one evening, Mama Chioma finally revealed another secret. There was a safe. Chioma looked confused. A safe? Her mother nodded weakly. Your father rented a small storage unit before he died. Chioma sat upright. Why didn't you tell me? I forgot the number for years. The older woman slowly handed over a faded piece of paper. On it was an address. And a key. Chioma's pulse quickened. If her father left evidence behind, it might still be there. Everything suddenly felt connected. The threats. The fraud. The accident. The lies. Maybe her father knew he wouldn't survive. Maybe he prepared for this moment. The following afternoon, Chioma arrived at the storage facility. The building was old. Quiet. Almost forgotten. With trembling hands, she inserted the key. The lock clicked open. Inside sat a metal box. Nothing else. Chioma opened it carefully. Her breath caught instantly. Documents. Photographs. Bank records. Property transfers. And a sealed envelope. Across the front, her father's handwriting remained perfectly clear. If you are reading this, the truth has finally found you. Tears filled her eyes. Her hands shook as she opened the envelope. Inside was a single page. At the bottom were several names. Most meant nothing. But one name nearly stopped her heart. Cole. Not Damilare. His father. Chioma stumbled backward. Everything changed in that moment. Because the man she was pretending to love might belong to the family that destroyed hers. Chioma sat frozen inside the storage unit, staring at the name on the paper. Her father's handwriting was unmistakable. Beneath several names connected to the fraud investigation was one entry circled repeatedly. Chief Chioma Cole. Damilare's father. For years, Chioma had imagined faceless villains hiding behind her father's death. Now one of those faces had a name. Worse, it belonged to the family she was living with. Her chest tightened. Part of her wanted to run straight to Damilare and demand answers. Another part feared what she might hear. What if he already knew? What if the entire fake marriage had been designed to keep her close and silent? Inside the envelope was another note. Trust no one until you see the full truth. Those words unsettled her more than the names. Samuel Okafor had not written trust nobody. He had written until you see the full truth. That meant there was more. Much more. And somewhere between her father's death and Damilare's family lay a secret still hidden from everyone. That evening, Chioma returned to the mansion. Damilare immediately noticed something was wrong. You look pale. I'm fine. You've never lied well. Chioma forced a smile. Inside, her mind was screaming. She wanted to ask him directly. Did your father destroy mine? Did your family ruin my life? Did you know? But every time she opened her mouth, the words refused to come. Instead, she watched him. The way he greeted staff respectfully. The way he checked on her mother every week. The way he remembered small things about her. None of it matched the image of a heartless family protecting murder. Yet the evidence existed. And evidence did not care about feelings. That night, Damilare sat alone on the balcony. For the first time, he felt Chioma pulling away from him. He didn't know why. But he hated it. 3 days later, Mrs. Cole received an unexpected guest. An elderly man arrived at the mansion carrying a leather briefcase. His name was Barrister Femi Akinwale. Very few people knew he had once handled legal matters for Chief Chioma Cole. Mrs. Cole welcomed him privately. We have a problem, she said. The lawyer nodded. I heard Chioma is investigating. Mrs. Cole sighed. How much does she know? The old lawyer hesitated. Possibly enough to destroy this family. Mrs. Cole went silent. For years she had believed the past was buried. Now it was returning. The lawyer opened his briefcase and removed several documents. I warned your husband years ago. Mrs. Cole stared at him. You said the files were gone. I believe they were. The lawyer lowered his voice. But if Samuel Okafor left copies behind, everything changes. Mrs. Cole felt fear for the first time in years. Because Samuel Okafor had been more dangerous in death than he ever was alive. A week later, Chioma and Damilare attended a charity event in Abuja. To everyone watching, they looked perfect together. The cameras loved them. The public adored them. Even journalists who once mocked Chioma now praised her confidence and grace. But inside, Chioma was struggling. Every smile felt dishonest. Every photo felt complicated. Because the more time she spent with Damilare, the harder it became to separate him from the crimes of his father. Late that night, after the event ended, their flight was delayed. For hours, they sat together inside a nearly empty airport lounge. No cameras. No reporters. No pretending. Just two people talking. Chioma found herself laughing. Damilare found himself staring. Neither noticed how naturally they had become comfortable around each other. Then silence settled between them. A dangerous silence. The kind that reveals feelings. For one brief moment, their eyes met. Neither looked away. And neither spoke. Because both understood what was happening. The contract was becoming a problem. Vanessa was running out of patience. Every attack seemed to make Chioma stronger. Every scandal seemed to increase public support for her. Even worse, Damilare was clearly changing. He defended Chioma constantly. He smiled more. He seemed happier. Vanessa hated it. So she decided to stop attacking Chioma's reputation. Instead, she would attack her past. Within days, old rumors began spreading online. Stories about Samuel Okafor. Stories about corruption. Stories about stolen documents. Stories suggesting Chioma's family benefited from fraud. The internet exploded. People who once called Chioma inspirational now called her a criminal's daughter. Chioma watched the comments in silence. The pain wasn't for herself. It was for her father. A man who could no longer defend his name. That night she cried alone. Unknown to her, Damilare saw everything. And for the first time in his life, he became genuinely angry with Vanessa. A heavy storm trapped Chioma and Damilare inside the mansion one evening. Power flickered. Rain hammered the windows. The atmosphere felt strangely intimate. Chioma was making tea. Damilare stood nearby. Neither mentioned the tension growing between them. Eventually, Chioma spoke. "Do you ever wish life was simpler?" Damilare laughed quietly. Every day. Their eyes met. The room grew still. For a moment, everything else disappeared. The contract. The secrets. The investigations. The expectations. Only them remained. Slowly, Damilare moved closer. So did Chioma. Their hearts raced. The distance between them vanished. Then Chioma's phone rang. Both immediately stepped back. Reality returned. The moment was gone. But neither could pretend it hadn't happened. In Benin City, Musa Ibrahim received a visitor. The visitor offered money. A lot of money. Musa refused. Then came threats. Musa still refused. Because he was tired. Tired of fear. Tired of hiding. Tired of carrying secrets for dead men. The following morning, neighbors discovered his tailoring shop destroyed. Musa survived. Barely. The message was clear. Someone powerful wanted him silent. Unfortunately for them, the attack had the opposite effect. Musa immediately called Chioma. "They know you're getting close." Chioma felt cold. Close to what? The truth. His voice trembled. And the truth is bigger than we thought. That same week, Damilare finally confronted the family lawyer. He had grown tired of half-truths. "What happened between my father and Samuel Okafor?" The lawyer went silent. Damilare slammed his hand on the desk. "What happened?" After several seconds, the lawyer answered. "Your father wasn't innocent." The words hit hard. But he wasn't the mastermind either. Damilare's heart sank. The lawyer continued. "There were others." "Who?" The lawyer shook his head. "Some of them are still powerful today." Damilare felt sick. For years he had admired his father. Now cracks were appearing in everything he believed. And if Chioma discovered the same truth, he might lose her forever. While reviewing the contents of the safe again, Chioma found something she had missed. A photograph hidden inside the lining of the box. The image showed several men standing together at a land acquisition meeting. She immediately recognized one. Chief Damilare Cole. Then her eyes widened. Because standing beside him was another familiar face. Barrister Femi Akinwale. Mrs. Cole's trusted lawyer. The same lawyer who still visited the mansion. The same lawyer still protecting the family. The photograph meant one thing. The conspiracy hadn't ended. It had simply aged. And some of the people involved were still close enough to touch. Late that night, Chioma finally opened the last sealed item from the safe. A small flash drive. Inside was a recorded video. The screen flickered. Then her father's face appeared. Older. Tired. Afraid. Chioma immediately burst into tears. For years she had dreamed of hearing his voice again. Now he was speaking directly to her. "If you're watching this, something has happened to me. Samuel Okafor looked into the camera. I discovered a land theft operation involving powerful people. Families lost everything. Villages disappeared from official records. He paused. Then came the sentence that changed everything. Not everyone named in my documents is guilty. Chioma froze. Her father continued. Some people tried to stop the fraud. Another pause. If you ever meet a man named Damilare Cole, know this. The video suddenly cut out. Corrupted. Incomplete. The final message was gone. Chioma stared at the screen in shock. Because her father was about to reveal the most important truth of all. And she had no idea what he was going to say. Chioma replayed the video over and over again. Each time it stopped at exactly the same point. If you ever meet a man named Damilare Cole, know this. Then darkness. The missing seconds felt like torture. Whatever her father intended to reveal could completely change everything she believed. She spent the entire night trying to recover the damaged file. By dawn, her eyes were red and swollen. When Damilare found her in the study, she looked exhausted. You haven't slept. I've been busy. He noticed the flash drive immediately. For a brief moment, fear crossed his face. Chioma saw it. And that fear told her something important. Damilare knew more than he admitted. Unable to carry the burden any longer, Damilare visited the one person who might still know everything. His father's former driver. An elderly man named Pa Sunday. The old man lived quietly in Ibadan. Age had bent his back, but not his memory. After hearing Damilare's questions, Pa Sunday sighed deeply. Your father was many things. Was he corrupt? The old man stared at him. Sometimes. The answer hurt. But he wasn't evil. Damilare listened carefully. Pa Sunday continued. The fraud began before your father became involved. What happened? He discovered powerful men stealing community land. Damilare frowned. Then why is his name everywhere? The old man looked away. Because he tried to stop them. Damilare froze. What? He collected evidence. The room became silent. Everything Damilare thought he knew suddenly shifted. His father wasn't the leader of the conspiracy. He may have been fighting it. And perhaps that was why he died years earlier under mysterious circumstances. 2 nights later, Chioma left the hospital after visiting her mother. The streets were unusually quiet. Her security escort was delayed by traffic. For the first time in months, she was alone. That was when the motorcycle appeared. 2 men. Black helmets. No license plate. One grabbed her handbag. The other pushed her violently toward the road. Chioma crashed hard against the pavement. Pain shot through her arm. The motorcycle disappeared. People rushed to help her. At first it looked like robbery. Then she realized something. Her phone remained. Her jewelry remained. Her purse remained. Only one thing was missing. The flash drive. The attack had never been about theft. Someone wanted her father's evidence. Someone was afraid. Very afraid. When Damilare heard about the attack, he abandoned an important board meeting. Within minutes he was at the hospital. Seeing Chioma injured awakened something powerful inside him. Fear. Real fear. The kind reserved for people you love. Chioma noticed his reaction. Damilare, I'm fine. No, you're not. His voice was sharper than usual. For several moments neither spoke. Finally Damilare sat beside her. If anything happened to you. He stopped. The sentence remained unfinished. But Chioma understood. For the first time, the contract felt meaningless. Neither of them cared about pretending anymore. The problem was that the truth surrounding their families remained unresolved. And truth has a way of destroying beautiful moments. Vanessa was becoming desperate. Her plans kept failing. Chioma remained popular. Damilare remained loyal. And public sympathy continued growing. Then her investigator delivered new information. The missing flash drive. The attack. The evidence. Vanessa immediately became suspicious. Whoever attacked Chioma wasn't working for her. That meant another player existed. Someone far more dangerous. Someone willing to use violence. For the first time, Vanessa felt genuine fear. Because she realized she had been playing games while someone else was fighting a war. Barrister Femi finally broke. Years of guilt had become unbearable. He secretly arranged a meeting with Chioma. When they met, the old lawyer looked exhausted. "I don't have much time." Chioma immediately began recording. The lawyer noticed but didn't stop her. "Your father discovered the fraud. Who was behind it?" The lawyer hesitated. "There were 4 men." Chioma leaned forward. "Who?" The lawyer swallowed hard. "One is dead." "Who?" "Your father." Chioma stared at him. The lawyer continued. "Another was Chief Damilare Cole." Chioma's heart raced. "And the others?" The old lawyer looked terrified. Then he whispered 2 names. One was a former governor. The other was a billionaire property developer still active today. Suddenly the entire conspiracy became much larger. And much more dangerous. Days passed. The investigation continued. But something else continued too. Their feelings. One evening Chioma and Damilare visited the beach. No reporters. No cameras. No contracts. Just 2 people walking beside the ocean. For the first time in months, they felt normal. Chioma removed her shoes and laughed as waves touched her feet. Damilare watched quietly. "You've changed my life?" Chioma smiled. "You paid me." "No." He shook his head. "That's not what I mean." The wind carried silence between them. A meaningful silence. The kind that reveals hidden emotions. This time neither looked away. And when Damilare gently took her hand, Chioma didn't pull back. Mrs. Cole could no longer remain silent. She called Chioma privately. The older woman looked older than usual. Weaker too. For years she had protected family secrets. Now those secrets were destroying everyone. "There is something you need to know." Chioma listened carefully. Mrs. Cole took a deep breath. "Your father saved my husband." Chioma blinked. "What?" "Years ago, when the fraud investigation began, your father discovered evidence proving my husband wasn't the mastermind." Chioma sat frozen. Mrs. Cole continued. "Samuel was preparing to clear his name." Tears appeared in her eyes. "But both men died before they could expose the truth." The revelation shook Chioma completely. For years she believed the Cole family destroyed hers. Now she was learning the opposite might be true. The pieces finally began fitting together. Samuel Okafor. Damilare Cole. Both investigating the fraud. Both trying to expose it. Both dead. The question changed completely. Not who committed the fraud, but who benefited from their deaths. Late that night, Chioma reviewed every document again. One name appeared repeatedly. Chief Gabriel Ajayi. Former governor. Powerful businessman. Respected philanthropist. Public hero. Private suspect. The deeper she dug, the more his name surfaced. And that terrified her. Because Gabriel Ajayi wasn't retired. He was still influential. Still wealthy. Still connected. And still dangerous. A week later, Damilare invited Chioma to the rooftop garden. The city lights stretched endlessly below them. Chioma expected another conversation about the investigation. Instead, Damilare handed her an envelope. Inside was their contract. The fake marriage agreement. Without saying a word, he tore it into pieces. Chioma stared. Damilare. He shook his head. No more pretending. The wind carried the shredded pages into the night. For several moments neither spoke. Then Damilare looked directly into her eyes. This started as a business arrangement. His voice trembled slightly. But somewhere along the way, I stopped pretending. Chioma's heart raced. I don't care about 6 months anymore. He stepped closer. I don't care about the money. Closer. I don't care about what people think. Then came the words she never expected. Chioma Okafor. I love you. Tears immediately filled her eyes. Not because she was surprised. Because she felt the same. But before she could answer, Damilare's phone rang. The call came from the police. A body had been discovered. The victim was Barrister Femi. And beside him was a note containing only 3 words, "You are next." The rooftop suddenly felt cold. Damilare lowered his phone slowly while Chioma stared at him. What happened? His face had lost all color. It's Barrister Femi. Chioma immediately knew. The old lawyer was dead. For several seconds neither spoke. Then Damilare revealed the rest. There was a note. Chioma's stomach tightened. What note? Damilare swallowed hard. 3 words. He looked directly at her. You are next. The world seemed to stop. Barrister Femi had finally decided to tell the truth. And within days, he was dead. That could not be coincidence. Someone was eliminating witnesses. Someone powerful. Someone desperate. And now Chioma understood one terrifying fact. The closer they came to the truth, the closer they came to danger. Barrister Femi's funeral attracted politicians, businessmen, judges, and wealthy families. Everyone arrived wearing black. Everyone spoke about integrity. Everyone praised his service. Chioma trusted none of them. As she stood beside Damilare, she noticed something unusual. Chief Gabriel Ajayi had attended. The former governor looked calm. Too calm. A man who had just lost a longtime associate should have appeared shaken. Instead, he looked comfortable. Confident. Protected. When his eyes briefly met Chioma's, she felt the chill. He smiled politely. The smile never reached his eyes. Later that day, Chioma discovered something strange. A black SUV followed her from the cemetery. The game was no longer hidden. Someone wanted her to know she was being watched. Before his death, Barrister Femi had secretly sent a package. The parcel arrived at Damilare's office 2 days later. Inside was a single key. And a note. The ledger tells everything. No address. No explanation. Nothing else. Damilare and Chioma spent hours trying to understand. Finally, a number engraved on the key led them to an old bank vault. The vault had been rented decades earlier. When they opened it, they found only one item. A large black ledger. Every page contained records. Payments. Transfers. Bribes. Property acquisitions. Fake companies. Hidden accounts. It was a map of corruption stretching back 20 years. And one name appeared repeatedly. Gabriel Ajayi. For the first time, they possessed evidence strong enough to destroy powerful people. Which also meant powerful people now had a reason to destroy them. Mama Chioma's health continued improving. Yet she carried a burden she had hidden for years. One evening she finally spoke. There's something your father made me promise. Chioma listened carefully. Her mother reached beneath her mattress and produced an old envelope. The paper looked ancient. Samuel Okafor's handwriting covered the front. Chioma's hands trembled as she opened it. Inside was a letter. A personal letter from her father. Not about corruption. Not about fraud. About her? If anything happens to me, never allow hatred to become your inheritance. Tears filled Chioma's eyes. The letter continued. The guilty will eventually answer for their actions. But do not punish innocent people because of the crimes of others. Chioma immediately thought of Damilare. For months she had struggled to separate him from his father's name. Now her father's final advice became clear. Truth mattered. But justice was not revenge. Several days later, Damilare surprised Chioma. No reporters. No cameras. No audience. Just the two of them. He took her to a quiet garden overlooking Lagos Lagoon. The sunset painted the water gold. For once, neither discussed investigations or danger. They simply enjoyed peace. Then Damilare reached into his pocket. Chioma froze. A small box appeared. Inside was a ring. Not part of the contract. Not for publicity. Real. Chioma. His voice was soft. This isn't about business anymore. Her heart pounded. I know the timing is terrible. He smiled. I know our lives are complicated. Then he knelt. But I also know I don't want a future without you. Tears immediately filled Chioma's eyes. For the first time in years, happiness felt possible. Then she whispered one word. Yes. The engagement remained private. Only a few people knew. Yet somehow the news leaked. The following morning, Social media exploded. Anonymous accounts released false stories, fabricated documents, edited photographs, fake recordings. The goal was obvious. Destroy Chioma. Destroy Damilare. Destroy their credibility. Television stations picked up the rumors. Bloggers spread them everywhere. Investors became nervous. Business partners began asking questions. Chief Gabriel Ajayi publicly denied all allegations against him. Then he announced plans to sue anyone spreading lies. His confidence worried Damilare. Because innocent people defend themselves, but truly dangerous people attack. Help arrived from an unexpected source. Investigative journalist Chioma Okafor contacted Chioma. For years he had researched corruption involving land theft. Most witnesses refused to speak. Many disappeared. Some died. When Chioma showed him portions of the ledger, he became speechless. This is huge. Can it expose them? Tunda nodded slowly. Yes. Then his expression darkened. But once this goes public, there's no turning back. Chioma already knew. The truth would not only expose criminals, it would shake governments, businesses, families, entire careers. The consequences would be enormous. Still, she was ready. Because some truths are worth the cost. The attack came from somewhere unexpected. Inside Damilare's own company. A senior executive named Emeka had secretly been feeding information to Gabriel Ajayi for years. When investigators discovered suspicious transactions, everything unraveled. Emeka confessed. He had monitored Damilare's activities, leaked internal documents, reported meetings, tracked investigations. Every major setback suddenly made sense. The enemy had never been watching from outside. They had been sitting inside the company all along. But Emeka revealed something even worse before his arrest. There are others. Damilare felt cold. Others where? Emeka smiled nervously. Everywhere. 3 nights later, disaster struck again. The storage facility containing remaining evidence caught fire. Flames consumed entire sections of the building. Firefighters battled the blaze for hours. By morning, much of the evidence was gone. Destroyed. Or so the criminals believed. Fortunately, Chioma and Damilare had already copied everything. The fire changed nothing. Except one thing. Now there was no doubt. Their enemies were panicking. And panic makes powerful people careless. A breakthrough arrived unexpectedly. Tunda the journalist located another survivor. An elderly surveyor named Alhaji Sule. He had worked directly on the disputed land cases. For 20 years he remained silent. Out of fear. Out of survival. Now he was ready to speak. When Chioma met him, the old man looked exhausted. I've waited too long. He opened a folder. Inside were original maps. Original ownership records. Original approvals. Evidence proving entire communities had been robbed. Then came the revelation. The operation wasn't created by Damilare Cole. Chioma already suspected that. The old man nodded. It was Gabriel Ajayi. The room fell silent. After months of uncertainty, the truth finally had a face. A real face. A living face. And a dangerous one. The decision was made. No more hiding. No more running. No more waiting for justice to magically appear. Chioma, Damilare, and journalist Chioma Okafor organized a major press conference in Lagos. Every major television station attended. Newspapers, bloggers, radio stations, and online media platforms crowded the hall. As cameras flashed, Chioma stepped onto the stage. Months ago, she had been selling pure water under the hot sun. Now she stood before the nation. Her hands trembled slightly, but her voice remained steady. We are here today because truth deserves a voice. The room became silent. Evidence began appearing on giant screens. Bank records. Property transfers. Witness statements. Survey maps. Financial ledgers. For the first time, the public saw the scale of the fraud. Entire communities had lost ancestral land. Families had been displaced. Lives had been destroyed. And at the center of it all stood one powerful name. Gabriel Ajayi. By evening, the story dominated national headlines. And somewhere inside a luxurious mansion, Gabriel Ajayi realized his empire was beginning to crack. The backlash was immediate. Government agencies launched investigations. Former victims came forward. Whistleblowers began speaking publicly. Social media exploded. For years, Gabriel Ajayi had been untouchable. Now he was under attack from every direction. His lawyers worked around the clock. His political allies distanced themselves. His business partners stopped answering calls. The same people who once praised him suddenly claimed they barely knew him. Power was disappearing. And power hates leaving quietly. Late that night, Gabriel sat alone in his study. The walls were covered with awards and photographs. Symbols of success. Yet for the first time in decades, he felt fear. Not because of prison. Not because of money. But because the truth had escaped. And once truth escapes, it becomes impossible to control. Vanessa watched everything unfold from a distance. For months, she had fought Chioma. She had schemed, manipulated, and attacked. Yet somehow Chioma never became her enemy. That realization haunted her. One afternoon, Vanessa requested a meeting. Chioma agreed. The conversation was awkward at first. Neither woman trusted the other completely. Finally Vanessa spoke. "I owe you an apology." Chioma remained quiet. Vanessa lowered her eyes. "I wanted your life to fail because I couldn't accept losing mine." For the first time, genuine regret appeared on her face. Then she handed Chioma a folder. Inside were documents linking several remaining conspirators to Gabriel Ajayi. Evidence Vanessa had secretly gathered. "I can't change the past," Vanessa said. "But I can help fix part of it." Chioma accepted the folder. Not as a friend. Not yet. But as proof that even broken people can choose a better path. 3 weeks later, authorities moved. The operation happened at dawn. Television cameras captured everything. Police vehicles surrounded Gabriel Ajayi's mansion. Investigators entered with warrants. The nation watched live. When Gabriel emerged, reporters shouted questions from every direction. For years he had appeared powerful. Now he looked old. Tired. Defeated. As officers escorted him toward a waiting vehicle, he spotted Chioma among the crowd. For several seconds, their eyes met. Gabriel shook his head slowly. Not in anger. Not in hatred. In regret. Because he finally understood something. No amount of wealth can protect a person from the consequences of truth forever. Although Gabriel's arrest was a victory, one mystery remained. The damaged video. The final word Chioma Okafor never finished. A technology expert spent weeks repairing corrupted data from the flash drive. One evening, Chioma received a call. The missing footage had been recovered. Her heart raced. She immediately rushed to the office. Everyone gathered around the screen. Then Chioma Okafor appeared once more. Older. Tired. Determined. The missing sentence finally played. "If you ever meet a man named Damilare Cole, know this." The room became silent. Then Samuel smiled. "He is one of the few people still fighting for what is right." Chioma burst into tears. For years she had carried suspicion. For months she had feared the worst. Now the truth was finally complete. Damilare Cole had not been her father's enemy. He had been his ally. The recovered footage changed everything. Damilare watched silently as Chioma cried. The burden she had carried for years finally lifted. Her father had died trying to protect innocent people. And his reputation was restored. Soon afterward, official investigations publicly cleared Chioma Okafor of all accusations. News channels covered the story extensively. Communities he once tried to help honored his memory. Schools invited Chioma to speak. Families who lost land thanked her personally. One evening she visited her father's grave. Fresh flowers rested beside the stone. The wind moved gently through nearby trees. For the first time since his death, Chioma felt peace. She knelt quietly. "We did it, Daddy." The tears that followed were not tears of pain. They were tears of healing. With the scandal behind them, life slowly returned to normal. Or at least a new version of normal. Damilare's company recovered. Investors returned. Public trust grew stronger than before. But something else changed too. Damilare no longer cared about appearances. The fake marriage that once existed for business reasons had become something real. Something stronger. One morning, Chioma visited her old neighborhood in Aigano. Children recognized her immediately. Women greeted her warmly. The same streets that once witnessed her struggles now celebrated her success. But Chioma never forgot where she came from. She funded scholarships, opened small business grants, created opportunities for young women trying to escape poverty. Because true success means lifting others as you rise. The wedding announcement shocked the country. Not because people were surprised they loved each other. Everyone already knew. The surprise was how simple the ceremony would be. No unnecessary extravagance. No endless displays of wealth. Just family, friends, and people who mattered. As preparations continued, Mama Chioma cried almost every day. Happy tears. The kind only mothers understand. Meanwhile, Damilare struggled with a different problem. Nervousness. The billionaire who negotiated multi-million naira deals suddenly became anxious whenever wedding plans were discussed. Chioma teased him constantly. And for once, the powerful businessman had no defense. The wedding day arrived beneath clear skies. Guests traveled from across Nigeria. Some remembered Chioma as the pure water seller. Others knew her as the woman who exposed corruption. Many simply knew her as the woman who changed Damilare's life. The ceremony was beautiful. Simple. Elegant. Real. When Chioma walked toward the altar, Damilare forgot everyone else existed. For a moment, it felt like the entire world disappeared. Only she remained. The vows were heartfelt. The emotions genuine. And when they finally exchanged rings, applause filled the venue. Months earlier, they had signed a contract. Today, they made a covenant. A far greater thing. 1 year later, Chioma stood on the balcony of her new home overlooking Lagos. The city sparkled beneath the evening sky. Behind her, laughter echoed through the house. Family. Friends. Life. Everything she once dreamed about. Damilare walked outside carrying 2 cups of tea. He wrapped an arm around her gently. Neither spoke immediately. Sometimes happiness doesn't need words. It simply needs presence. Chioma smiled as she watched the sunset. The journey had begun with a bowl of pure water balanced on her head. It had passed through betrayal, danger, secrets, investigations, and heartbreak. Yet somehow it led here. To love. To purpose. To fulfillment. To peace. Damilare kissed her forehead. What are you thinking about? Chioma smiled. The strangest thing. What? She laughed softly. That the best thing that ever happened to me started as a fake marriage. They both laughed. And as the sun disappeared beyond the horizon, the chapter closed on their past, and opened on a future filled with everything they had fought so hard to find. The end.